Hello, hello. Hey, Riddle, how's it going? I hope you're doing good. Alright, so unfortunately, I have this bagel, and I don't know what the fuck happened to it. But it is the most glazy bagel I've ever seen in my whole life, and so it's just sticky as fuck. It's really sticky. So I'm gonna do my best to do some art, but I gotta, like, occasionally just wipe off my hand because I'm covered in hell. Alright. Well, let me see here. Damn. Ah, school exams. Gross! Gross! Alright, let me see if I can get... I need to update this. I got some really great critique from the other BackerKit people on how to make this work. Tarpon is what I'm looking for here. Want me... Oh, I want this to be a little bit larger. GCSE is looming. Oh, I don't know if I'm familiar with that. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Back when I was a young warthog, we would do what was called like AC, or not ACTs, CSAP, I think was what they were called, but that was like Colorado specific. I'm sure it's probably pretty fucking similar and just as awful. Hi, gal. How you doing? Actually, let me make this book cover just a little bit smaller. So that way I can... It's actually going to move over here, just kidding. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. That makes sense. Yeah, we have to do similar tests. Over here in the States, it's like, they call it ACTs, I think is that one. Thanks for the lurk, Chips. I hope you have a good day. Eyes are tired, but otherwise good. I am, slowly fucking dying, actually. Wow, beautiful, this song. Yeah, I've actively woke up just, like, crying the last, like, 2 days, so that's very fun. Kind of unfortunate, but thus is the state of living in the U.S. It's real bad over here, y'all. I'm so fucking excited to get to Canada. I have no words to describe how eager I am to leave. Yeah, no, there's no reason. If you guys can stay the fuck out of the United States, do not come here. It is just like physically dangerous for everyone. Now it is not good. I think it's fine. It's like when I was a kid, it was a lot different. So, you know, that Q fucking 20 years ago. I think it was different and it was not as bad. But as of right now, it is. I mean, there are plenty of countries with travel advisories to the U.S. right now, regardless of where you are. Like I know Germany, for example, has one, and it's effectively like if you do not have to go to the U.S., do not go to the U.S. kind of a situation because it's not safe. It's even worse now. They put those travel advisories in a couple of months ago, and it's much worse than it was even when they put the advisories in. Hi, Ava. Not great, but you know, keeping my fucking head up and my eyes on the light at the end of the tunnel, effectively. But I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Germany's great. Germany's wonderful. Well, you know, it's funny, Riddle, because we have like a running joke in the US that like no Americans like the UK, like everybody's just really stuffy about it, which is funny. But like I had a friend who was born in I think she lives in Bristol now, but she was born in the UK, moved here to the United States when her mom moved for work and then moved back to Bristol recently. And she was like literally I'm never happy with what the Crown is doing typically, but at this point the UK is leagues better than the United States, and I'm like, you know it's bad. You know it's bad. Like, so yeah, I'd much rather be in the UK right now. But Germany truly is such a beautiful, wonderful place. They're a great place to live. You know, hold on, we're gonna fucking figure this out here. Oh, I don't like that though. Why am I like this? I wonder if I need to figure out a way to fit all this text on here without it being like really obnoxious. And oh my god, disco. Oh my god, and the music video is Daft Punk, but it's Napoleon Dynamite. Good god. This is the most iconic shit I've ever seen in my whole life. Icon. Yeah, iconic. Oh yeah, right. It's like better. Yeah, it's like this is better, but somehow not very good. Yeah. I think that that's how my friend from Bristol feels like. She's like she knows she can go back to the UK because it's like this is a pretty cool place to land. Like it's not the worst right now, but there are better places for sure. No, I totally get it. No, I don't pay too much attention to pop culture. I've been focusing on unfortunately like not getting shot at has been my last like 2 weeks. Which is wild that I have to even like say that in fucking sanity. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of Americans are able to focus on or enjoy regular shit in pop culture or anything because everything is so fucking bad. I wish that we had happy fun times. Oh my god, a goth for culture day. Fuck yeah. Goths are great. I was goth for a very brief period of time. It was a long time ago. My theory is that people become goth because they're actually just trans. No, I'm just kidding. They're gay as fuck. And it's our interim between just fucking transitioning. There we go. This is looking better. Oh, God. That's horrifying. The words goth alt-right are the weirdest fucking word combo I think I've ever seen in my whole life. We have a lot of those types in the US, though. Not necessarily goths, but they're, like, very weird, and they're, like, super alternative, or they're, like, LGBTQIA+, or they're, like, very clearly not welcome in the alt-right community, but then they're, like, so desperate for acceptance that they do really weird shit. That might have some truth help. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any of the pictures of my emo and goth days, but because they're all like pre-transition. But like, yeah, that's definitely what happened to me. I started there, and then I did drag for theater in high school, and then it was fucking game over. Not, I guess I should say, clarify, like drag king or cross dressing for theater, not necessarily like traditional drag, but that was the beginning of the end for me. Oh my god, our government made an AI and a game wanting youth. Oh my god, and then use that goth girl as a spot. I can't. I'm like, the goths have done nothing to you. I'm like, I don't know how to tell you guys that goths are super anti-establishment. That's the whole fucking point. It's a punk movement. I'm like, have they ever seen whatever season that was of Total Drama Island? Because I feel like that's a pretty accurate representation. I'm horrified. Okay, let's see. Okay, first I need to see Guy Fieri because hopefully this will just give me some love. Oh my god, that's fucking funny though. I believe that that's AI though. The thing of Guy Fieri I think is AI. Yeah, it's a publicity stunt. It's AI. Yeah, it's or not AI, I should say. It's VFX for the Super Bowl. Guy Fieri has thankfully not changed his look. But I would not be surprised if they use some AI to actually effectively like unage him. Yeah, it's not real. I just googled it, Ava. It's a Super Bowl commercial. William would like rock. Riddle is classical. It's the opposite of what they look like. That's so funny though. Honestly, I've seen plenty of people show up to rock concerts in suits though, actually, and metal concerts. Yeah, I just reversed image searched it, and the headline here from almost every news headline is Guy Fieri debuts quote unrecognizable look for 58th birthday. Guy Fieri unveils AI generated makeover for 58th birthday. Guy Fieri debuts shocking new look for Super Bowl commercial. AI generated new look for Guy Fieri. Like that's all of these here. So yeah, it's definitely not real. I like it looks AI as fuck. It doesn't look it does not look real. Like that's AI as hell. But yeah, it's for Super Bowl. But it's all over the internets. Yeah, so it's satire. It's funny, but it's not real. Oh yeah, no, and real news organizations are covering it, and it is a real Super Bowl commercial. It's just he probably looks exactly the same. Guaranteed, if you accidentally ran onto or into Guy Fieri on the street right now, he would look exactly the same. It's for a commercial. Okay, so let me go and update BackerKit really quick. Or actually, before I do that, let me send this to the critique group over here. Let's see. All right. Okay, so now, you know, I thought I was going to do a book cover today, and I might. Do I just do the front cover illustration? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna do like what is the best trade paperback size? Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so these people are saying that 5.5 by 8.5 is going to be our size. Let me update BackerKit really quick. I thought I was going to do the interior right now, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me go over here. Crowdfunding. Go over into Court of Snakes. I'm going to go into project details. Oh, by the way, that actually reminds me, I haven't done fucking announcements at all today. So let me remove or choose file. Let me get into this correct thing. I haven't done any kind of fucking announcements because my brain is soup. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who has followed me over on YouTube. The most recent ones I can see here are, let's see, WW Oz, a new musical. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then also Haley Kenny as well. You all rock, and you're amazing. And then also, too, I wanted to let everybody know, if you have not checked it out, I did put my Kickstarter critique page in the critique zone. And any help on looking that over and seeing if it's a good teaser page for this project, or if there's anything weird that you notice inside the project description would be very, very helpful. It's in the critique corner on my stream, or on my Discord, pardon me. It's over here. And that would be amazing if you all want to, like, check that out. That would be very, very cool. Yeah, Amelia? Okay, oh my god, Amelia from Pathways. Oh god, and then everybody's just memeing it. Oh my god. Oh no, oh god. I don't know if I would consider her a goth. But that is funny, though. I love how people are just memeing the fuck out of her. She almost looks like Lily from Duolingo. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't think that she was originally supposed to be goth, but people are going fucking rogue with it. It reminds me a lot of, yeah, Lily from Duolingo. Like, this is almost the exact same design. It's like they just literally ripped her off. Like, it's almost exactly, literally exactly the same. That is a really weird fucking choice. This is a weird choice. This is a weird choice. I don't think that I think these people were all old. And they have never before seen what an actual Nazi looks like. Just saying. I need them to Google a picture of a TikTok shaman, and then they will understand. That's a more accurate representation. That's fucking funny. People are so fucking disconnected. That is the wildest shit to me, because it's like, yes, we should absolutely be dissuading youths from joining alt-right pipelines because it's just fucking bad. We can all collectively agree. But it's like, if you're gonna do that to try and, I guess, like, get people to avoid that shit, at least make it good. You know what I mean? Like, what? I'm like, where is Hitler Donald Duck when we need him? Actually. Because in all seriousness, if anybody understood propaganda, it was Walt fucking Disney. Let me see here. I'm gonna go and see what print sizes my, or what my trim size is for King of Dust. Oh my god, the two endings of the game are where you join her and becomes friends, or you're happily married with kids and a job. Jesus. They're like, this is fine. I'm like, none of this is fine. None of this is okay. God damn, I just have so many questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this one was just a 5x8. Okay, so let me fix this. Fucking A. Guy Fieri's not allowed to jump scare us like that. I don't think that he realizes that the American psyche right now is very fragile. And if he does that, we are going to have a meltdown. This is a poorly timed jump scare, Guy Fieri. Okay, so let me open up my original illustration for Mirror Gaze, and I'm going to fix it. Because it was okay. Was it in here? You know what? I don't know where it was, so we're actually going to go open it on Canva. Yeah, honestly, he's had that look for so long. It's fused with his DNA now. Well, I need to go find on Canva what my original fucking book design was for this. I remember what it looks like. I just want to look at it more precisely so that way I can better and more accurately where is it? Why am I like this? Oh, there it is. Yeah, and I know I did this in Photoshop at some point. But it ain't great. Hold on. I'm gonna do some ideation here. Okay, cool. At some point, I may just do the interior of this thing. I don't know. We're gonna do another Kickstarter in the fall. Also, good job finishing the doodle. I'm sure it looks fantastic. Oh yeah, it is cute. Thank you for sharing, Riddle. I love your art. Let me know if you want me to share it on stream. I love all of your stuff. I love the texture in the hair. Okay, so I have to figure out... so this is the book cover that I'm working with here. It's fine. It ain't great, but it's just fine. I'm gonna go and fix it. And then I have to figure out if I want to do interior design. So let me first... I'm gonna pose somebody in Daz. And I want to be able to capture a more dynamic pose here. So let me just ideate here. I need a better execution on this silhouette so that people can actually see what's going on. This is hard. My brain is like fucking mush, man. Everything is really, really bad. I need to look at like the character concept art for like Limbo. Oh, or this is actually pretty good where there's like some... Hold on. Interesting. Okay, because we got like the spot or spotlight. I think that is the spot. But I need, because I don't want full rendering like this, but having a neutral gray for the hair might actually, well, I don't know. I don't know if the neutral gray is better. I do like these refracting like blue-red shadows though. That's just kind of fucking cool. But these techniques, this is I'm building a little reference board here. So let me see what we got. Want this to be more I'm getting my reference poses together. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, cool. Let me show you your arts. Your arts. Look at this arts. It's so cute. It's so good. Yeah, I love your hair texture. You have such like great variety in color, and so it's like it's not ever one solid color, and it gives it just such like life. You know, there's a lot of like color life in there. A lot of people just like default to like one hue, but this is like very nice and varied. It's really really pretty. You got that eye for color. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, okay, I think I have an idea of what I want. But I can't have... I can't have crossing limbs. Sorry, I'm suffering over here. I'm trying to find a good reference image. And this is, not great. I'm experiencing some things, y'all. I'm so fucking tired. I wish I could just, like, fucking check out. I'm like, where's dissociation when I need it? Whatever the song is this is fucking ass. Sorry, bro. Alright. My brain is fried. Sorry, I'm looking back and forth between my... trying to envision this in, a silhouette. Alright, so I'm going to sketch this out now. Yeah, I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. I have the drama, and by that I mean I have the trauma. I was screened for PTSD recently, so that's really fun. This is not right. I'm just really tired. Let me figure this out here. I'm not necessarily a huge fan. Here we go. Honestly, I don't know what this song is about, but it's relatable. I'm like, this sounds like something that would get put in Meow Wolf. Why is this like this? Hold on. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Actually, this is giving me mad anxiety. I appreciate the aesthetic, but I have, Oh, welcome back, welcome back. Actually, I don't really want this. I would like... I am not as warmed up or prepared to actually do art, unfortunately. I'm like really brain fried. Oh, Jaguar Twin. I actually like this guy, but I don't know if I like this song. Oh, New Gorillas. It may have been also my internet deciding to dip. I don't know what the fuck. Anything could be possible right now, to be honest. We are in the middle of the winter storm of all winter storms over here. Let's see. Okay, so not bad. I actually really like this pose much more than what I had before. So now let me figure out what I'm doing with... I need an ink brush that's like... I'm going to use... Well, let's figure out what ink brushes we got. Actually... Roughest ink, but is it really the roughest ink, though? Oh, and that's not at all what I want. Cartoon nib, comics inker. Oh, this is it. That's better. Okay. Sorry, I'm having a moment of existential dread. I'm actually going to do a sketch underneath really quick. So that way I can have some understanding of where this these eyes go. So there we go. So I'll paint those in a minute. And I'm going to start with this, and then I'll put her hair on her as we go. God, this brush is a great texture. She looks like a little alien. I have to try and figure out what... I think I had, like, costume design for her at some point. Oh yeah, this bad fucking stolen off the internet fucking AI concept art that I heavily modified. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'll work on the correct silhouette here after I get the actual anatomy down. I'm definitely not beyond looking at people's bad AI art on the internet and being like, hold on, I can fix it. Fucking AI is a sin. We need to fucking... I never want to see fucking AI art ever again. I don't know what to do. I haven't had any students submit AI art yet this semester, but like I'm fucking scared. I just don't know why you'd go to art school and then turn in AI art. Does that make sense? I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that one. Not like these lines matter. It's time to feed the Snorlax. If you haven't eaten or haven't had a snack yet, you should eat. Please eat. It's going to be really fucking difficult for me to do that today, but thankfully Jace is coming back early and I'm not afraid. I'm realizing I'm like not fucking coping by myself at all. Like I do not have any ability to fucking function alone right now. It's real bad. I appreciate you guys being here and sitting with me in the stream because the reality is that I am not doing good. Okay, let me just get this anatomy together here. I wasn't expecting to work on this today, but okay, so effectively that's what we're going to be working with for a silhouette here. And I need to flip and make sure... Yeah, this is why we fucking flip canvas, because Jesus fucking Christ. Can you tell that I am not functioning? This is why we flip our canvas, everyone. So that you can make sure that your own fucking brain does not do weird shit. Because, holy God. I want this to be a little stylized, but not broken. Holy shit. Sorry if this is just like the ugliest thing anybody has ever seen today, because like I am not doing well. Yesterday I went to a convention, or all weekend I should say, and so I'm like, to say I'm socially burnt out is an understatement. I at least made my money back. It was not good. The fucking hotel was broken. There was so much going on. Holy shit. Like, none of the elevators worked. It was definitely, nobody could go upstairs. There was no parking spaces. There was construction everywhere. By God, it was bad. Hi, Gamby. How you doing? I'm having a fucking slight crash out. We're doing a really weirdly experimental illustration for some book cover today. And, I'm trying to improve upon a book cover that I made a little while ago that I made when I was, like, pretty rushed. So... this is kind of an interesting illustration process that I don't typically do. I don't know if I'm going to have gemstones be... And then I also have to do, like, a special edition cover for this as well at some point. Because I would love to do an alternate cover for this, but I don't know what I would do for an alternate cover. I have to ask my friend Tess what she thinks, because I don't... know. I don't know. I hope you're doing good though, Gamby. I hope you're doing okay. I am, doing what we call, barely keeping it together. I don't like this. I also don't like this fucking song. What are they giving me? Okay, I like this song. This is apparently a mix. Trying to figure out how to make this silhouette actually like relatively interesting. We're gonna figure it out. This is all gonna be filled in black, and so there's not really like any like semblance of shape that I'm trying to like go for or anything. This is all, or it's all based on like yeah, shape design and things. So I'm going to, I don't know. I may end up changing this so that way there are more interesting shapes on the outside of this. I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do with these. Yeah, that's not bad. But also I don't like it though. That's better. I just don't want to like overcomplicate this, if that makes sense. But also too, I want there to be more interesting shapes here. And I don't like whatever that is. Surprisingly, this version of this song is actually worse than the original. Sometimes mixes are better, but that was not one of those cases. What I need to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and just fill in all of this. And what I'm trying to do is replicate like really heavy ink brush texture. And so if it's a little scratchy and there's no like consistency with the edges of the brush strokes, it's actually really good. Because we want it to be a little bit like dry and fucked up. And I'm going to kind of actually like fill in like this, believe it or not, where I'm going to do actual like colored in strokes like this. And then we're going to just keep going until the silhouette looks good. Like I'm almost to the point where I'm like, maybe like there's like some kind of like on my other one. No, it was all shapes. Interesting. I don't really know where I'm going with the shape design for all of this, so this is just kind of like rogue at this point. I don't know. I've never done an illustration like this, but I want to be able to accurately portray like what her like sister's vision looks like when they're fucking in the magic disco. I just don't like this actually. But I need something better. I need... Well, the problem is, too, actually... You know what? I'm going too ham. I'm going too ham. We're starting over. I had this original crown shape on this thing that was actually pretty good. And I should just trust myself from an earlier design and just let it vibe, because otherwise this is gonna get fucking way too complicated and it's gonna be really uggo and I'm not gonna like it. I just need to chill out. I'm gonna need my perspective to work as well, because otherwise this is not gonna work. I wish that my mental health wasn't so... I need a drier brush. I wish that my mental health was not so deeply affected by, like... Oh, this might be better, actually. I don't know, I wish it wasn't so affected by shit that was going on around me. I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, function. These are just a bunch of little Christmas trees. That's my fan theory. A bunch of tiny little Christmas trees. All right. Okay, I like this better. So we are making progress. Let's flip this back. And then I need to go in with really intentional, like, fucked up lines. Oh, I love a bot. Oh, I was thinking about telling the librarian at our school about one of your books, because, like, we really need an LGBT book. True. My ex-friend was like, no, and I never asked. Oh, I just do it. Just do it. And honestly, like, depending... Your librarian can order the books either, or most of them, through Amazon. So if they're okay, you know, getting a book from Amazon, that's a good place to do it. But yeah, I'd say just do it. And honestly, I donate books to libraries all the time. Just the like UK shipping for me is really expensive. So if I could just give a free book to the library, I would. But they can also get them very cheaply through Amazon. They aren't, I don't think, registered in the same like categorization system as UK books. I'm not super familiar on how to do that. So all of my books are formatted for US libraries. But yeah, I'd just do it. Most of the time, most libraries order through a site called Ingram, but I don't have a lot of my books on Ingram. I only have one book on there, and it's, or I guess two. One hardcover and one adult book, and so they may not be, like, King of Dust would be fine, I think, for teen readers. There's nothing that would be like really, really weird about that. But also too, if people order off of Ingram, I lose money, if that makes sense. So it's like there's a lot of weird nuance to it. Libraries are very strange. I am planning on trying to get my books onto Drafted Digital so that they can be in digital, like ebook for format for libraries. Which books do you think would be appropriate? I mean, I write mostly books for kids, so it really depends on like the age range of the school that you're trying to get the stuff into. So for example, if it's a high school, technically all of my books are readable for high school aged kids. It just depends on what the school is comfortable stocking, if that makes sense. The only true young adult title that I have is Court of Snakes, and that's for ages 13 to 18. You know, so if you're thinking of like a secondary school situation, then that would be the only one that technically fits that age range, because all of my other books are for ages 8 to 12-ish, or age 8 to 11, give or take. And then King of Dust is for adults. It's like 21 and up. You know, it's not like there's any graphic content in it or anything. And again, older teens could read King of Dust. But like, yeah, probably Court of Snakes would be the most appropriate. The second one is coming out this summer, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, Court of Snakes would be like, yeah, that reading age. I can't deal with metal right now. Okay, fucking Spotify's giving me a bunch of weird shit. Where's my fucking good playlist? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it really just depends on how your school orders books and what kind of systems that they have in place. But yeah, Amazon is pretty affordable. They're really cheap. That's where all my books are at. Gonna just kind of add some intentional like fuck ups in here where it's not quite perfect. It's like really weird looking, so that way it has kind of this like scratchy almost look here. And then let me figure out what I'm doing. Hopefully this won't completely enshroud the character in like bad shape design or silhouette design, but we're gonna find out. This is either gonna be fine or it's gonna be like really bad, and I'm not really sure what it's gonna be, so we're gonna see. Either gonna be fine or gonna be fucking awful. Yeah, most of my books are for like elementary or middle school aged kids, to be honest. But Court of Snakes, a lot of my books don't have like direct LGBT representation in them, but Court of Snakes does have an Ace Arrow main character. Oh yeah, totally. No, if you have a book recommendation and you like are doing part-time stuff in the library or you volunteer at the library, it definitely helps. For sure. Yeah, it really depends on the school. Like, I've had school libraries just buy books directly from me at conventions, and then they'll just go stock it themselves versus even buying it online, you know? So, like, every library kind of handles it differently. But if you ever need any help, or if you need the librarian to, like, you know, ask me how to get them a book cheaper, or, like, any of those things, you can always direct them to my website, which is tychodorian.com, or you can like send me a DM on Discord, you know, and I can get you the information, so that way they can have access to like, yeah, where to go, what to do, or if like we need to work out something where I sell it to them on a discount and give them a coupon, like those kinds of things. Like, I can do that for sure too. But I would appreciate that so much. That would be crazy. That would be my first book in the UK. That would be fucking nuts. I've definitely sold books to like people living in the UK, but never to like a library or a school in the UK. Let's see, I guess I don't really have to like think about this too hard. Because this really depends on what I'm doing here. This is like armor, I think. Hello? But it's also a party dress, so there's also that. Let's see, then that's going to go into the silhouette, so that doesn't really matter. Silhouette. Honestly, it's looking like this hand is not really going to matter because all of this is just going to be silhouette. Now, let me get this going here. All right, so now the goal is going to be to fill this entirely in. I'm going to bring her eyes up over so that I can see what I'm doing here. Oh, wrong layer. Felt this feeling for a while. I'm excited to get this book finally into print, actually. I gotta remember that it's okay for this to be imperfect. Like, it's all good if there's like rough edges or inky edges, things like that, because that's kind of the point. Kind of like a veil here is what I'm going for. Hello? Okay. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. Like that's so cool that you'd even want that. That's really, really neat. It means a lot as an indie author that people are like, yeah, I want people to read your stuff. You know, like we need representation and we need stuff. Court of Snakes doesn't have as outward of representation or like as heavy as the sequel does. The sequel is very much like Taryn has a conversation with Ami about being asexual and like stressed the fuck out, actually. Hold on, I need less Slenderman scratchies here. I would really like this to be nice and crisp, but I also do want to have, you know, some like this is the clothes. Actually, this is her arm. That's clothes. This is hair. So that way people can, know that it's like this is her hair and not her body. Because without this silhouette, it becomes very confusing. But I don't want her to look like crispy. She needs to have soft. Well, and actually I almost... I actually almost wonder if this is better, because this silhouette is a little confusing over on that side. I almost don't like this over here either. All right, so now this is where this gets difficult. All right, so let's try this. I don't know if this is something that I'll want. Maybe, but then if I do this, I need to have other indications of where the anatomy is. This is awful. This is too much. It starts to become overdone a little bit. I really want to make sure that there's... but I don't want floating head syndrome either. This is fine, but let me get the other shoulder in and then... I don't want to give too much. Yeah. All right. I don't really like this brush here for these details. Oh yeah, this was the one that I didn't like. This. I need like just more more detail here. And then let me do her nose a little bit, I think, too. I think I need to commit if I'm going to do this. It's all about like selective placement of lines, and I'm not really sure where the right placement is. And that's what makes this difficult. Too much. This is really difficult. Okay, but we're getting there though. Ain't bad, ain't bad. Okay, okay, not bad, not bad. So let's do, first I need some like spatter. I'm gonna make new brush here though. And I need this, I think, to be slightly more transparent, yeah. Because I really want this to look like you're looking into a glitch in the Matrix, I guess, would be the way that I would describe this. Like, what size was my brush thing at? Yeah, nice. Like mirrors, right? I want this to be reflective as fuck. All right, so now if I was looking at my reference images, first, I think it could be kind of cool. I'm gonna try this out. I'm looking at like some just kind of cool. Just bright white. Ah, yes, this is already so much fucking better than what I had. Oh, sometimes just redoing some shit is really all you need, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta just trust the process here. I don't think I need any more detail around the eyes. I'm gonna go, now that I have the tiers, I like that. I'm gonna go with, actually I'm gonna use this same brush. I'm gonna go with cyan. I actually don't like this brush. What am I working with here? I like straight up just forgot what this brush was called. This one. Because let me see here, we're gonna go like this around the edge a little bit. Give this some fucking color, because I really like the fact that there is no color, but also I'm gonna blur this a little bit too as we move. Rim lights always make everything better. So let me see what I can do here. Do I want to do like a color dodge works great, and it'll do some interesting stuff as we get down, or as I shade underneath it. All you want to do is say me. Because I really would like to get some of this like duotone bleed under here. Okay, and then I need red. Yeah, I love this almost like broken TV thing. Hey, Justfall, how's it going? Thank you. I'm using Photoshop. This is Photoshop CC. And yes, I am also an author. Yeah, I've written 11 books, some of which have won awards. I write predominantly, a new word I learned over the weekend that I love is hope punk. And I think I would absolutely describe my work as that. It's a lot of hopeful fantasy for all ages, from ages 8 to 1,000,000,008. I don't discriminate against immortals in here. But thank you very much. Yeah, I'm redoing a book cover for a book that I plan on releasing in October. And it needed a new cover badly. So this is going to be the base for our temporary cover before I format the inside interior of the book. And then I also need to figure out how to, or if I'm going to have any kind of special edition for this thing, which I think I will. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a completely new illustration for the special edition, or if I want to do just the regular cover with extra doodads like sprayed edges and bookmarks and all of that good stuff. Let me figure out where my lines are at. That's the glow, spatter. I'm gonna actually just gently erase that out too. There we go, better. Yeah, this is for a fantasy book called Mirror Gaze. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you're interested in checking out any of my work, you can find all of my stuff and my website down below the live in the video description over on YouTube, or visit tychodorian.com to check out all my stuff. Some of my books are free to read if you're interested in helping an indie author out. Mirror Gaze, this one that I'm working on right now, is free to read, although it's in what I would consider like its final draft stage. I need to go through and get a line editor on it for the rest of the year before I relaunch this book. This one has never been in print. It's only been available online, so it'll be fun to have like physical copies of this thing. I'm going to start running out of room on my table when I sell. I don't even know what's going on. Congratulations on working on your comic. Comics are insanely hard. I have an ongoing one at the moment, and it's such a labor of love. Like, people have no idea. They do not understand. I'm gonna start to label these because otherwise things are gonna get weird. Let's see, this is spatter. I don't know what I'm looking at. This is white glow. These are tiers. These are RGB. All right, so now let me figure out if I can do this texture that I'm looking at. I've been looking at a bunch of different other illustrations for inspiration. I'm trying to get the same kind of texture across on these as this illustration example I'm looking at here. All right, so let me go down. Where's my Taotian brush? Oh, and I also can use the lowish smudges probably a little bit too. Actually, what I'm looking for is Aaron's brushes. Those are in here. What am I looking at here? That is not what I want. Just kidding. Okay, so there's the Taotian and there is mine. All right, let's see what we want here. It might be this brush, actually. This is definitely a good start, so I'm going to start with this. I would like it to be a little bit more spattery and more smudgy, so while this is a good start, I'm going to move, I think, into a different brush here in a second. Hi, love. I'm cooking. I hope you're making good stuff. Oh no, I almost lost all of my progress, but my mom saved me. Oh my god, that's so scary though. Yeah, sometimes, like, God, when art programs crash and when computers freak out, that is literally like game over stuff. So scary. Well, if you ever want to share any of your art, it's harder to share over on YouTube because they don't accept links, but I do have a link to the Discord in the video description as well, and all of us just kind of hang out in there and we share our art, and you're more than welcome to jump in and show off all of your work that you're working on. Always excited to check that out. Whatever you're making, Lava, I also want some. I missed you. I missed you too. Oh my god, this weekend was a fucking nightmare, dude. Okay, I promise I'm gonna join the Discord, your Discord, right after this stream. But holy god, it was bad. Okay, I don't know what this is. What are you? Oh, you're cool, but this is not what I want. I'm just playing around with all these texture brushes at this point. Oh, it might be this bitch. Actually, it is. It's this brush. I'm gonna actually. Do I want to reduce the opacity on this? I'm going to do another layer. I'm going to have all these textures on different layers because I don't want this to be too much. Let me erase this down a little bit. Yeah, not bad. And then I need a little bit of, like, grunge. You're a little dense. What are you? Oh, you're good, but you don't have any direction. Although I can make that be the way. Not bad. Oh, not an ass. Cursed. So cursed. So cursed. Okay, let's see. The YouTube people don't get ads because YouTube isn't evil. At least not that evil anyway. Evil in a different way. Okay, let's see. Because this... Well, let's see. What is this? What does this look like? Hello? Oh, did I just break Photoshop? Oh, there's a chance. I realize I also have not saved this entire time, and I don't know why I'm like that. Actually, you know what? Is it over and finished? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. The ad had me in hell. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, this last weekend was a low-key nightmare, but we're okay. Oh, I actually like this spatter more than the other one, but that's alright. I'll be gentle with it. There we go. That's better. Alright, so now, let me merge all of these together. This is Nayeli. And then let me duplicate, and we're going to group, or merge this group, and then I'm going to... Oh, this is not... Well, you know what? Actually, that's alright. This is okay. I don't mind if this is a thing that's happening here, actually. Let me go into my smudgy smudge. Where's my lowest smudgy brushes? They're down here. I like this one the most. I just want to give this a little bit of like... It needs some fogging down here, so that way there's some... It's almost like stepping into mist, you know, it's not as clear. And I don't want to do it everywhere, and I don't want to do it super hard. But I do want a little bit of, blur here. Just so that it has that weird, like, a glitching VHS illusion. I'm happy you survived the weekend. Barely. Barely. I made table, though, and that's what matters. When we drove back up, it was like a whiteout blizzard, so not only did I have to go and sit at that convention for 3 days, but then also coming back, I was like, this is a lot. It's like, this is so much, so unnecessary. No, there you go. That's what I was like, why do my brushes look all 7 levels of fucked up? That's why. Photoshop was like, would you like additional preset info? And I'm like, not really. I think this is the one that I want. It is. I like this one. It looks like hollow foil. But I'm going to probably make this a little bit more, First, this needs to be slightly more translucent. I don't need it to be this crazy. Yeah, like broken hollow foil. I love it. Okay, so this is much better than what we had before. And I definitely prefer it. Okay. Oh, fried pork ribs. Oh my god. That sounds so good. Alright, so let me figure out what we're doing for text here. This is such a significant upgrade. Do I want to apply like a noise over top of it? I think that'll be too much. Let me see what other textures I want to put. I don't think I want to overdo it. I'm thinking like... This is too much. Let's see. And it may be that Nayeli actually gets shrank. Hello? Shrank down just a little bit. So wait, I have room for text up here. I always forget that that's a thing. Because text has to go up here. Let's see. Let's find... Let me see what kind of free dividers we can find here that are actually like good and fit the theme. I like these. Oh, but I like these more. Almost like that one. It's tough because these are like, these are Art Deco. It's a like Aztec inspired, or like Latin American, Central American inspired world and environment. So I also to some extent really would like, you know, something like this. Are these like AI though? No. I don't know if I like these as much. The fact that I asked, are these AI, is a bad sign. No, like these spooky ghosts over here. Okay. These are gorgeous. Doesn't fit the theme, but whoever designed this, A plus. And it's not AI. I love that there's an exclude AI button, actually. Let me just make sure that I have this fucking turned off, because neither of the ones that I clicked were AI, so that's good. And neither is this one, supposedly, but, like, I don't know if I trust it. It's got the cheese touch, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a picture on Discord. Hold on, let me go see. Oh my god, it looks so good! I'm so hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna eat for lunch. We don't have any leftovers. I have to try and figure out what Jace wants to do. We're both dying. This divider is gonna be what kills me, but you know what, though, is if I find this, I can use... I think these are gonna be the one, actually. Can I download this? Thank you. Oh, they got like Adobe Illustrator files, but I don't know if the Adobe Illustrator files are individual or if it's just... Yeah, it's just the image, so there's no point. I love how they give you a fucking Adobe InDesign file, but they're like, surprise, it's all on the same background, and I'm like... Alright, I don't know which one's my favorite. I think it's the second one. So, many thanks. Lots of thanks to whoever the fuck... Oh, free. I guess it's just Free Pick. The designers at Free Pick for designing a great border. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it does. I'm like, is it going to be freaked out? I love how delete background did absolutely nothing. That's funny, though. It was like, I don't know. I'm like, that's okay. I don't know either, dude. I'm going to actually just feather this by 1 pixel instead. Yeah, that's better. Alright, and I don't want any color on this. So, let me do this. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to go straight black, and we're going to not move this. All right, let me get this out of here. Actually, I don't need that. I need to look at the other one. And I had a sans serif font, so it looks like I try to not reuse the same fonts over and over, but sometimes the certain fonts are just like right. Lemon Milk is a little bit too thin, but I don't know. Let me see what we got. Allegre is a great font. I might use that one as well, but I need a sans serif first. No, Century Gothic is really pretty. Let's try this. Oh yeah, this is the exact, this is it. All right. Let me get out of here. I don't know if I want it to be bold though, actually. I take it back. You ever just look at something and you go, I don't know how things are spelled? That's what happened to me just now. I'm going to smooth this out and get this over here. There we go. Sure, let me move this out of the way because we're going to be doing that in a second. Font is going to be the most important. This is going to be a different font. And I think it's going to be Allegria, to be honest. Yep. 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 Am I slowly losing my mind? Yes. I don't want to grade any assignments today. Effectively, everybody had a power outage yesterday, and so a bunch of people had to turn in stuff late. Shit was crazy. Okay, and unfortunately, Miss Nayeli is she's fucking too big, still too lorg. There we go. Is this centered? It is. Okay, this is hilariously huge. If you go to, oh my god, I know. I feel like, no, legitimately, and then you told me that, and then my face was also that Joe Biden face. This is the problem, though, is that what REMCAT does is that they don't close out certain classes, and so legitimately, I will be trapped in classes, like, or it'll show that I'm teaching a class that I'm not teaching anymore. And I'm like, bro, this class has not been going on for, like, 3 fucking weeks. Like, it's get rid of it. It's not in here anymore. And then they're like, no. And then they just, like, never close anything out. And I'm like, this is awful. I'm like, literally nobody asked for this. Actually, yeah, this is fine. All right, so this will do. Let me update this book cover on my website and on Wattpad, I guess. And now I have to actually save up for an editor for this. This is like a whole other, like, kit and caboodle. Much better. God, this cover's really dope. Am I taking this class again? I hope to God not. I'm already suffering enough. Oh, God. I'm like having such a crash out too. I'm like this close to being like, I'm quitting. All right. If anybody wants to read this book, by the way, it's free. Okay, so let's do some back-end adjustments here. Okay, so also, too, can we talk about how Blue Sky does this now? This is the coolest shit. And then if you click on it, it takes you to the link. I'm like, Blue Sky, you're living in the year 40,000. Okay, so let's go bookshop, adult novels, mirror gaze, enable visual builder. We're gonna take this. Oh, why is it freaking out? Oh, God. All right. Actually, you know what? As much as this sucks that I have to do this, I'm actually going to glaze and nightshade it. And then I'm going to upload the glazed and nightshaded version here because we love that this is what we have to do. We love AI. As I like strangled Jeff Bezos. It's fine. Fucking awful. Hello? It was both the most serious and unserious video I've ever seen in my whole life. But honestly, I mean, are you wrong? Like, did it like that or did it freak out? I think it freaked out. It was Angie. All right, run some Nightshade. God, I do not want to grade. Holy shit. It's going. I wish to go to sushi. Sushi cures depression, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that chain's successful. Okay, now like this, go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this. The fact that I have to do this is really annoying, but also I'm glad that the option exists. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to glaze your artwork, folks. I wish that I could just fucking go to sleep forever. Yes, the OG. God, wow, that flashed me back to a very specific point in time. Yes. Oh my god. I love Ripperoo. I haven't played Crash Bandicoot in a long time. Last one I played was Crash Team Racing. That one was a fucking delight. I gotta pay bills. I got like 4 bills looking at me right now, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. Let's see what my tarot reading says for today. I love emotionally exhausting days. Thanks, tarot. It's like you're dying, and I'm like, I know. Okay, now our glaze glazed. Let me actually... Can I delete this? Yes. This is not the one I want. God, I love this composer so fucking much. He's so good. Alright. Get in here. Drag this bad boy in here. My phone notification is that it scared me because I turned it on this weekend. Oh my god. No. That's so traumatizing, though. There was somebody at the convention this weekend whose ringtone was just the Star Wars Cantina theme, and it was the only thing that kept everybody alive. I can't even describe how much of a fucking disaster this convention was, okay? So first we show up, and the hotel apparently is undergoing construction and renovations, and so out in the back where all of the vendors are supposed to park, or where hotel guests are supposed to park, there's a bunch of construction pallets, materials loaded up onto them, traffic cones everywhere, big, like, storage containers that had shipped materials, etc., etc. So there's, like, literally nowhere to put the, What are you? This is an embed for Wattpad. But yeah, there's nowhere to put people, okay? So already, step 1, really, really bad. So I'm like, all right, we can't park. So me and Jace drove around for 40 years trying to park, and that was kind of traumatizing. Then, when we get inside, it turns out that the actual hotel is so cold that none of the elevators work. So then, there are a bunch of, like, effectively this convention is attended to by, like, mostly old people. And at this point, they can't go anywhere in the hotel because only 2 of the elevators like barely function, and then eventually one was only the one that functioned. So I was like, oh, this is cool. This is not great. How do I get an embed code here? Where do I... What is happening? So yeah, the elevators weren't working. Then their heat wasn't working. So then at that point, the atrium, the breezeway where all of the authors were, which was not where I was, thank God. At that point, the breezeway is literally like 2 degrees because it's so fucking cold. Hold on, where is this embed code? And all of the vendors' rooms, which was where I was suddenly 40,000 degrees. Click the share button on a story part. Specifically. Tell me your secrets. I guess. Oh, there's the embed code. Embed.wattpad refused to connect. I love it when that happens. Yeah, because that is the embed code that I have. Okay, well, fine. I guess you don't deserve to live. Yeah, so it was bad. It was really, really bad. Thankfully, I didn't get towed. And then there was the whiteout blizzard. It was just all in all a very miserable experience. I was like, why are we here? Why are we here? All right, now that's all updated. Okay, so now I'm going to switch gears, and I recognize that this is not... Well, I need it edited. I'm a little bit too far ahead. Yeah. Well, long story short, if anybody wants to read Mirror Gaze, there's the link. It is 100% free, and there's also this playlist that we're listening to is a... Oh, guess who needs to actually, like, fucking change the fucking Patreon thing? Because guess who has not had Patreon on their website in forever? Hold on, let's see. I'll put that down on my to-do list later. Oh, so yeah, now long story short, I am uber ultra tired. Okay, so then that's good. This is fine. Okay, I'm like looking, I'm like, what else do I have to do? It looks like I am maybe doing okay. I do need to make a new publishing schedule. You guys can see what the fucking back end of my shit looks like here. Oh, this is just a placeholder file here. I'm actually going to duplicate this task, and then you can see all of my hell. That is this. This is what everyone has voted on. So let me... get all of this ready to go and done. This is where this gets kind of wild. You know what I can do, though, actually? I think this is the best... Well, you know what? Let me finish these schedules first. I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. If I don't assign to me, all of these will get really weird. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? This is brokey. This is brokey. Hold on. Duplicate. Duplicate task. We need due dates and assignee to also be the same. I will fix it. This is the only way I keep myself sane here, is through a billion to-do lists. Why would you do this? I was like, where's the rest of the tasks? What is happening right now? Okay, this has been done. Okay. So now, first and foremost, I need to move this. I'm going to move these things around a little bit in here because the Kickstarter date is done. Oh, I need to reach out to Blurb reviewers and Street Team. Okay, so also, okay, I guess I'll talk about that probably next week, but this will be something that hopefully people can be interested in. Let's see, I already completed this Kickstarter trailer. Okay, so I can bump all of these down a little bit. So if we're launching, I don't know why they would launch on a Saturday, but I am not in control of this here. I need it exactly 1 month before. So that'll be April 30th. I already did this. Kickstarter's gonna end, I think, theoretically that day. And then you get the Kickstarter funds 2 weeks after, which would be here. And then on July 12th, we can order the Kickstarter rewards. And then, let's see, Ingram, I need to do also this as well. Book Vault and Amazon. I think I don't know if I've already done this actually. But I actually have the ability to like do this now, but I will change the due date. Anyway, it does not matter. I'm just gonna go to the end of July. This needs to be July 12th, effectively as soon as I get the funds. And then, let's see, so if I order rewards here, let's say it takes 3 weeks to get to me, that's August 2nd. I'll do that. And then book trailer can go if I'm just like slowly and awkwardly waiting for shit. I might as well, no, I can do this later. Let's see if I'm pushing my Kickstarter back, how far? So April 7th, let's see, May 7th. It's effectively 6 weeks. 2, 3. So then that becomes August 30th. One, two. Sorry, this is so much logistics. See, these are all September 30th. Oh, I already did this. Plot twist. And what is the... Oh, except actually all of these have to stay exactly the same. Yep. Okay, so then these all stay the same. I just had to move stuff around because, like, the Kickstarter's happening at a different time than I thought. Okay, and then all of these stay the same. All right, great. So then we go over here. And I'm not going to be querying agents, so we're going to delete this. All right, I got to kind of like work backward here. I got to do some weird shit here. Okay, tentative. Okay. Not bad. All right, so then effectively they're saying that our Kickstarter for this one, I don't have to do this. Okay, so now I need to work backward. So this is this year. We love planning like crazy. October 29th. Okay. And then we need to work backwards. This is great. Gross. I'm losing myself here. All right. So if it was originally April 7th, that's 2 weeks before. So then if we're doing 2026, and it's in, oh my God. Do you like all my fucking calendars? This is just in case anybody was wondering what it is like to publish a book, it's this. Okay, so October 15th. This was a month before. So if it's a month before, September 29th. And then let me figure out how much. I'm bumping the Kickstarter forward. Let me look at the calendar here. So if it normally is like April 7th, then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 weeks. God, 5 times 4 plus 3, so that's 23 week, a 23-week shift. Sweet Lord. All right, so if it's February 22nd, then we've got 5 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 weeks, 1, 2, 3. So this will be August-ish. This is not normally the way I like to do this. I'm going to have 2 completely based or different task lists for October releases versus the alternative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3. We're not doing this because we already did this. One. Oh, except this does not work. So, and this was a year in advance. So let's see if I need to develop a marketing strategy. If I'm setting up the Kickstarter in August, then I need really reasonably like a month to do that. So I'm going to do this one is July 1st. Okay, so now we're starting to actually maybe kind of line up in a way that actually makes more sense. Which means I need to actually get this fucking thing edited, like, right now, actually. I need assistance. Okay, so this is where panic starts to happen. Okay, alright, interesting. I'm not used to running 2 Kickstarters a year, so this is kind of its own monster here. Okay. When do I absolutely need to have these manuscripts done? By August 12th. So if we do that, and I'm going to give myself a month to do this. So that means that September 12th is when I need these back from whoever the proof editor is, which means that August 12th is when I need to send it out. Or wait, I am a fool. I'm a fool! Oh, cool. I love it when my calendar just like completely freezes. I was full of lies. Get edits back from proof editor is actually August 12th. August 12th. Implement proof edits gets to be I can do Kickstarter or proof edits while the Kickstarter is running. That's totally fine. That's 2 weeks guaranteed. Which means I need to give that to the proof editor on July 12th. And then June 12th is when I need the stuff back from my proof editor, which means I have to give the final manuscript to my line editor on May 12th. Okay, I'm figuring it out. Which means that I need to start on final manuscripts April 12th. Okay. Sweet God! Alright, I'm mathing. Holy shit. I need them back on your birthday? Damn right! That's when the Kickstarter is gonna go. Or I'm gonna start prepping the Kickstarter, I think, around that time. Holy moly. Okay. I think this makes sense. So now, okay, hold on, I'm not quite done yet. Sweet God. Hi, Jace. I'm almost done, and then we can eat lunchy. I don't know what I want to eat, though. Okay, so if the Kickstarter is going live at that time, I need to fix the rest of this calendar. So then, Kickstarter is going to end reasonably October. I'm going to be in Canada during all of this, too. This is going to be kind of a pain in the butt. What is their tentative end date here? November 19th. Then 2 weeks after November 19th, we're going to receive the funds. So that's the 3rd. And then that means also on November 3rd, or December 3rd, I need to order Kickstarter rewards. And then this, let me just fix the date here. And then let's say take some. I'm not even gonna rush to get these out before the holidays. Like if people this actually needs to happen much sooner. I'll have this done by September 2nd. This is a nightmare low-key, actually. I high-key desire pizza. Okay, what do we want to do about that? What do we want to do about that? Because that might be something we can do, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to worry about rushing this. People can get their books at the end of whenever these are, you know, being shipped out. Because no way in hell am I doing this like this. I can do this on December 3rd as well, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out logistically. There's just no way. Late March through April. We could order a pizza for launchy. You're right. You're right. I just don't foresee this. You have 2 weeks. Yeah, if you're fulfilling that soon. They put a big if there, so I'm not going to try and fulfill by that point. There's no way. Okay, so if I have a July 12th for an October 13th release date, that's exactly... I need to work backward from the release date at this point. So that would be 3 months before. So this I'm going to also do 3 months before. So if we're going to be releasing in 2027 in March, I'm going to do it on my birthday in March. So that's fine. So then 1, 2, 3 would be December 30th. Also December 30th. Part of me is like, I should do multiple Kickstarters a year, and then part of me remembers that everything is pain. Okay, so if I order my Kickstarter rewards on December 3rd, the best case scenario here is shipping it out the Monday after Christmas. And that's just what people get to get. They get like a New Year, New Book situation. Because there is no way in hell that with this close to... Alright, for those of you who have done Kickstarters or crowdfunding before, if you order something before the holiday, do you expect it to be at your door for Christmas, or do you just not care? So that's February 16th. Let's see, I'm going to copy this and we're going to paste this into these 3 tasks. And then this is a couple weeks later. Or about 1 month before, give or take. Give or take. This is for like an October 2nd release. Yeah, because like most Kickstarters always arrive in good condition. The question is like, I don't know if I want to just suffer and try and ship these out for the holiday. Like, because they're giving us effectively a 2-week window to ship this book or all of these products, and I'm like, that's low-key kind of insane. Like, I just don't imagine that going very well for literally anybody. It just makes 0 sense. Oh, and this is going to be kind of a weird timeline shift here, because I'm going to be doing this before the Kickstarter launches, which makes sense. This is fine. This is going to go 6 months after. Actually, let's do it in, I'm going to do it at the beginning of June. That's fine. Yeah, this is just going to be a little funky because my release date, I have to enter. All right, okay, this makes sense. Yeah, legit, exactly, Lava. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to ship somebody's Kickstarter rewards. Like, all the ones that I did this year ended up fine, except for one. I got one return package for last Christmas for my Heaven's Equal Kickstarters. So thankfully that went relatively well, but I also recognize I have like 30 backers max at any given point in time. And so it's like, it's not really like anything super crazy. June 15th, 2027. Let me get this going here. So this is the actual end date for this. Okay, that makes more sense. So I'm going to be working on a couple of covers here until the end of, or for the next couple of weeks, which means that I need to eventually at some point go in and figure out what the average word count is. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to complete this cover for Appetite at this time. I don't even need to complete the cover for Appetite until March 17th, 2027. So that's what I'm going to set this due date to, which makes a lot more sense. Or March 19th, 2027. That's a very far away place. I don't even have to worry about it until then. This one, though, I do need the cover pretty damn soon, but also not that soon. I don't need it until, actually, again, August 12th. So I'm not going to worry about this. I now have a tentative thing here. So that's fine. Okay, now I'm all good. Okay, I did it. I figured out my schedule. We finished a cover. We also made this banner thing for my upcoming backer kit as well. We fixed that. So I would say, while I was very fucking confused, all in all, today was a pretty okay day. Kind of productive. But I gotta go now. I gotta go eat pizza. I guess that's what we're getting is pizza. And then I gotta go fucking grade a billion things. So I'm gonna go do that. Thank you again to everybody who did all of the YouTube follows and everything. I really appreciate that so much. We're getting very close to like 1,000 over there, which is insane. Thanks to everybody who engaged with my stuff on social media. I really do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, all in all, I'm tired. Tomorrow I'll be back. We're going to be doing a lot of editing sprints tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing everybody. And we can go and just go absolutely apeshit on this manuscript so that I can cut it down and begin to understand, like, yeah, how it's going to look before getting shipped off to the line editors. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Stay warm if you're in an area where there's a lot of like freezing activity, and I will see all of you tomorrow.